I think what people, especially African Americans, need to understand what generational wealth is. You have a piece of land, that's generational wealth. You know, I may not live to that long in the house, but I have children. So that's why I decided to build back here, up here.
My father has two property on there, on Union Heights just as well too, and we're not selling it.
No,
We pay the
absolutely
tax
not.
on it every month. I mean every year on time, so that we can establish it one day. Yeah, we have had several developers came to us and want to purchase it, offer you a little bit of money. They figure $100,000, that's a lot of money, which isn't nothing. Over the years, I can see that property investing getting higher and higher. So, and then you have so many black folks, young children now, adults sell this property for $20,000 and $30,000 because of the fact that it's mindset. Whereas developers come in there, take it away. But it is what it is. So you have to just educate your people to know, to say no, and when to say yes.
For me? I mean, I see you recording, but it's not good.
And sometimes you have to accept change,
You have to accept it.
even though it's hard to swallow. But sometimes you have to accept
The rent right now is extremely high.
it's extremely
You can
high.
almost purchase a house. I mean, for what I pay for my mortgage versus what the rental is. I bought a house, and my daughter right now paying for rent, and her payment for her rent is way more than what I pay my mortgage. I
don't know.
remember
You can
when I
get-
was much younger coming up, we used to have what we call block party. And block party is when everybody would come together and we would dance and we would go to the community center, which is on Comstock. And we would have parties on Friday night, and those are the good days that I could remember. Our parents would allow us to get there for a certain period of time. You had to be back home before 11 or whatever the time your curfew was. But those are the days that I
11,
remember.
you had to be back home before the
And
street
that's
light
what I'm
came
saying,
on.
yeah, before then. So, but I can remember they would just block the streets off, and we could play baseball on the streets, kickball on the streets, everything. But now everybody.
And you know what,
cars.
Linda? When we did the block party, we didn't have to call the police. We did it ourselves.
No, we did it ourselves. We didn't have no security.
We had no permits or
no
nothing.
permission, no permits or anything.
You just blocked the
And
street
the
off.
cars respected us back then.
It seems like the more I give, more flowers I give away, the more they multiply.
This is what we call a community.
And the thing is, living in Union Heights, even right now today, you may not be blood related, but everybody's a cousin.
Everybody's a cousin. I still attend my church that I grew up in.
Oh yeah.
Calvary, I mean on Groveland Avenue.
Yeah, I still attend the same church too. We were on Groveland, but we moved on Helm Avenue now.
I'm still on the hike.